In today's video, I am going to be breaking down a very aggressive 2-3 zone that you can use with your team. So let's get down and let's check this out. Really quickly, if you want a really deadly zone that really not many people can beat, make sure to go check out my deadly defensive strategies, and also make sure to go check out the Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is down in the description below. Okay, so the aggressive 2-3 zone is a half-court trap. Basically, what you are going to have is 1 and 3, they are going to be trapping that top corner. Players 2 and 4 are going to be trapping that top corner. 1 and 2 are going to generally start pretty close. However, if player 1, for example, is right about here, player 2 is going to start shadowing him to force him towards that trap. Meanwhile, player 1 is going to be watching where that reverse pass is. So if this reverse pass is here, he might be here. If the reverse pass is out here, he's going to be out wide, but he might start shadowing up just a bit higher so that he can try and intercept the pass that's going here. So this will be more than just a half-court trap. They can pass half and try and intercept these passes. So how this starts setting up, let's say we have corners as well as, let's say, a middle. Well, when we're talking about, well, usually 5 would be middle, but let's say when we're talking about the middle, we want player 5 to deny. Well, we don't want that, because when that's happening, that puts player 3 in a precarious situation. What I actually want to have happen is player 3 to be guarding player 5 if the ball is on this side, and player 5 to get back to watch out for that skip pass. Now, because player 3 is playing on this side, it's going to be much harder to pass to the middle because he's going to be shading that left side of player 5. So he's got a better angle to be able to steal the ball from. Meanwhile, player 4 is going to be shadowing right here so that if the pass goes to player 4 blue, he's there in time, but also to be ready for this trap. When this trap happens, this all has to move extremely fast. 5 moves here, 3 drops, 1 drops. That way, we stay in our 2-3 zone, but don't allow the pass still to go to player 4. That's why all of this has to move so fast. That's also why I would much rather prefer to have player 5 dropping and player 3 covering the high post, because this is much easier than this, which allows the paint to be open. By 5 moving out and 3 dropping, this keeps the paint walled up, while player 1 just drops and front faces player 5. Now, when they beat this zone, so let's say they get this pass through, we need player 4 to drop right away, and they will be trapping. Player 2 drops now, and now player 3 is still covering the key, player 1 is still covering the middle, player 2 is now covering that kick out pass. This would be mirrored on this side as well. The one thing to watch out for is if they cut from this corner, this pass is very deadly. So you have to disallow that cut to happen. Player 2 needs to watch that cutting lane, because if this pass happens, that forces player 3 to guard, and if they cut backdoor, player 1 is not going to be fast enough to cover that pass, and that's going to be a layup. And if he just by magic is fast enough, now you have a kick-out pass to the corner and a kick-out pass to the point, and one of these two guys is going to be wide open for a 3-point shot. So we need to make sure that there are absolutely 0 cutters, and if there is a cutter, then basically what has to happen is player 2 has to front face or at least contest the cutter so that he does not get the ball. I always like to call players burners. Certain players are burner players. And what I mean by that is I personally want them to use all 5 of their fouls. So if player 1 was cutting and he just by magic got that ball, this is a foul right away, get that ball. Go for the ball, hack at it, try to steal it, do it legally, but if you foul, I don't care. If that's a burner player, that is when they would foul. So this is basically a 2-3 zone that's being played so far high up and still covering the key somewhat. If you're playing against a team that passes extremely well, this might not be for you. But if you find that you're playing against teams that generally shoot really well and they move the ball okay, but they shoot extremely well, but you want to run a zone, then this might be the zone for you. Make sure to go check out the deadly defensive strategies that are down in the description below. And also make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book that is also down there as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video.